Yep. All righty. Good morning. This is the Kingsburg Downtown Business Improvement District Advisory Board. Today is a regular meeting agenda. Today is Tuesday, July 14th, and our start time is 8:05. Call to order. Approve agenda. To better accommodate members of the public or inconvenience in the order of presentation items on the agenda may not be presented or act upon in the order listed. Additions to the agenda may be added only pursuant to California Government Code Section 54954.2B. At this time, we didn't take roll. Do we need to? We don't need to? Okay. Alrighty. At this time, we're going to open for public comment. Oh, do we have a, sorry.
I make a motion to approve
Thank
the
you.
agenda.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Next item is public comment. Do we have any public comment at this time? Okay. Ms. Buckner? No? Okay. All right. Well, you're not Ms. Buckner anymore, but whatever. All right. Now we're going to move on to our regular calendar. Item number 1, approve the minutes from the 6/2/26 meeting as presented by City Clerk Abigail Palsgard. Recommendation is to approve from the City Clerk's office. You guys want to take a moment and look through that?
So move.
Second.
Yeah.
All those in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, thank you. That's approved. Second item on our calendar is this morning is the Kingsburg Fire Department inspection presentation, sponsored member Carrasco. Recommendation informal, no action needed. Welcome.
Hello, good morning, Chairwoman and members. Thank you for having us here this morning just to discuss a little bit about the business inspections that we're performing around town. It's something that when I just saw that it was needed, something that we needed to start back in the community here. We have a very safe community. We pride ourselves on having a safe community, and this is part of having that safety for you as business owners, for the businesses, even your neighboring businesses, to make sure that we have buildings that are fire safe. And those are the things that we're really looking for. And so this morning I brought Kenny Crabb. He's one of our inspectors that we have here. The people that you're going to see walking up and down the street that are doing your business inspections aren't just our inspectors. So Sean Cope is Kenny Crabb, and then Wayne Osborne make up our main prevention team. But you're going to see the firefighters and EMS personnel that are off of the fire engine and ambulance. And so those people, those members of our department can do these company level inspections. They're not as intricate as going and doing a major commercial manufacturing building. And so these are kind of for us also, so that we could actually see what more or less the layout of your building. There's a lot of buildings here that have basements or attics or little things that are in there. I've had a lot of fires that I've seen that pulled up on, and I'm like, all right, I've been in this building several times. And the only reason I've probably been there is only because of these business inspections that we do. And so I know that the fire is probably going to be in this back corner, or it's in the basement and those sort of things. And so that's some of the stuff that we're actually looking for also. When we go to your business, we don't necessarily have to have the owner or management there. It is one of those things that we could come in, and with the form, we're trying to educate before we get there and to bring you a form. But it is something where we'll have an iPad. We're going to get general information as far as who the emergency contacts are, and some of the stuff and those contacts for your building. But we're going to go through and we're going to give you the list. But also what we're going to do is give you a phone number that you could always call, and we'll come down and explain the things that are needed. We're here to work with you. I know that some businesses haven't seen this in a while, so I know there might be a few things that might take a little bit more time, and we're working into this. We're trying to do these to make our way into your business probably about every other year. There's state mandated inspections that we have to do those every single year, like schools. And so in apartment buildings, a certain percentage of apartment buildings, but for a normal business, we're trying to do those every other year. But the state mandated ones, those are things that come down from our state, like a lot of things that are unfunded mandates. And so we are making sure that we're trying to work on those and getting those inspected every single year. But I'm going to bring Kenny up, and Kenny's had a lot of experience. You probably have seen him around town, but I just want to make sure that if you don't see Kenny and you see 6 people piling into your business, they're a friendly face, and they're there more or less is that I've asked them to, is because I want the firefighters to be in there and to see what that business looks like. And so if we're in there and it's smoky and it's hot and we have no electricity and we're making our way through and crawling, that we have an idea of what it looks like so that we can make it out safely and extinguish the fire so we don't damage any other businesses that are out there. So I'm just gonna have Kenny come up and then I can come back up afterwards if you have any questions.
Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you for having us. You basically said everything, but as we go in, and I think you guys have a copy of what we're looking for. I mean, that's not everything you guys need to get completed because every business is different. So you may not even have some of that stuff on the list. But as we go in, we're just looking for, extension cord use that, shouldn't be used as permanent wiring. It's not made for that. Any egress or exit blockages that may prevent you guys from getting out in an emergency or your customers. Just stuff like that, storage issues. But we're not here to point these out and give you a penalty or a fine or whatever. We're here just to make your businesses safer, make you guys aware of what we're looking at as we walk to you guys, and make it safer for us in case there is an emergency and we get, like you said, familiar with your guys' layout. Because some of you guys have basements, some of you guys don't. And so that's good for us to know about.
You can just stay on the outside of Berman's. It's okay.
So
We're good.
Wait a minute.
So, because I've been in, a few down here and it's normal for you guys to get nervous that you guys.
Oh, no, I mean,
you
if it's
guys
on
don't
fire.
need to be nervous when we walk in. So, and we're working with you any way we can. And any questions, if the people don't know the answer who walk in,
Mhm.
they can refer to prevention and we'll
Mhm.
come in and answer you guys' questions.
I think I've been through 2 of them over 25 years, so it's good. Only 2 in like 25 years, so it's good that y'all are out and about.
Yeah,
And even Craig being on the fire department for 20-some years, there were things that had changed and he didn't know. So
Oh,
he
yeah.
made the correction. So yeah, it's a good thing.
the thing with prevention, the code is always changing.
Mhm.
So it might be, one way, 1 year, and we come back and, oh,
Mhm.
well, this little part has changed. So now we have to look
Yeah.
at this. So
Yeah.
keeps us knowledgeable, keeps you guys safe and
Yep.
Well, we had our inspection at the wine room and it was painless. We just had a couple of things, to correct, but the gentlemen that came in were so kind and easy to deal with and definitely had safety first as the reason that they were there and all of, literally, we just need to put like a couple of numbers outside and in the alleyway, just some things to make it easier should something happen. And so thank you very much for coming in and
Yeah.
pointing things out for our safety and for the safety of our customers in our city, because all of our buildings are also connected. So
yeah.
there's a lot of risk here in Kingsburg. So anyway, thank you all very much. We are very appreciative of everything you do for us.
Okay, is there a formula that if an office is X amount of square feet, that 2 fire extinguishers and is the formula more complicated, like how many people are gonna be in the building too? And I mean,
It's-
all of a sudden the math formula is this long instead of just, oh, you have 2,000 square feet, you need 4 fire extinguishers.
Right. Kind of like what you were saying. It depends on the type of business, how big it is. And what you guys do inside there depends on what you need to have inside of as far as the space between each fire extinguisher. But generally down here, the buildings here are small enough that you don't need 10 extinguishers inside your business.
Usually within 75 feet.
It's every 75 feet. So
So in my case, I'm gonna temporarily relocate. Is that something that we could call you and you'd come down and suggest, okay, fire extinguisher here under the sink, blah, 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 and that type of thing?
yeah, we'll be more than happy to go out.
But also an extinguisher company such as Jorgensen's
Oh,
or any
yes.
of those, they'll come in because they're also gonna be the ones that are gonna look.
Come
more like-
service,
They're gonna
Mhm.
service them and they have to be serviced every year.
yes.
Yeah.
I'd forgot about them coming out and, because they know all the codes and where to put them to. Okay.
Right. And the things we do find in your businesses, we find everywhere. It's not just, you know, signaling you guys out versus everybody else. So
Oh, no, we'll be the worst.
it's everywhere. So, any other questions? Anything else you want me to add?
No, thank you.
No, Abby, can we make like some photocopies of this?
They brought some extra.
They brought some extra. Okay, awesome. All right. All right, because I'm sure I'll have some people reach out to me after meeting and ask me
And-
questions.
It's on our website under the
It is?
agenda.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Can we send an email to all the bid businesses?
We could also
and-
send a link to this
uh,
presentation. They could watch it.
Yeah, we send a link to the presentation and this form to the businesses.
Okay.
There is a picture of, I believe, real quick. So next, on this page here, where it has the little hand and the key.
Uh-huh.
So this is called a Knox box. And it allows us as the fire department, in case there is something going on at your business at 3, 4 in the morning, to get into your business without breaking your door down. So we could open it up, take your key out and open the door. And it allows us to cause, you know, less damage that we, to your,
What
to
if
your
you have,
business.
so we put keypad locks on our doors. Is that just, we give you guys the information?
Just you give us the code and
Mhm.
if it changes, just update us with the code and we could put it in. Tell our dispatch, hey, at this specific location, they have this type of thing. So if we do get a call, it's in the notes.
Hey, do you call that like a knock box?
Yeah,
Like-
KNOX,
Okay,
yeah. So, and only the fire department has a key for it. So,
Okay.
not the police. So it'll come open and then you guys put your keys in there and then you'd call us, hey, we got it installed and we need you to close it up. Come out
Okay.
and make sure your key works and close it up.
Okay. I don't even know if we have keys to our place anymore.
I have
Just,
I have a key to the
Numbers.
front door.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for your
Thank you
time.
so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Stay home all day.
Exactly.
All right, moving on to item number 3, Crayfish Festival discussion, sponsor member Safarjan.
You did at the last bid meeting.
Okay, well, that is an event sponsored by the chamber. And it's on the contract from the city of Kingsburg that they perform that. And I just thought it would be nice if we would, you know, at least volunteer, ask their committee, is there anything we can do to help? You know, I'm not sure of the financial, if we want to contribute financially, I would, you know, but, because it's a moneymaker for them. But, and the other thing is I was going to ask, trolley, is that something that we want to maybe help with, have the trolley the evening of the Crayfish Festival? Just,
Where would you have it? Because then the crayfish is downtown. So they're gonna block the streets for that, right?
I think it's more of a walking event. than
okay,
a- Yeah, because it's all centrally located on the downtown corridor, the center. So the trolley would have to go on the outside of the event, which you could probably still do.
but where are they going to take them,
Yeah.
you know? Unless they, you know, unless a Crayfish Festival goes in with the, you know, the train depot and they decide to have the train depot open and maybe the historical park, you know, we could offer rides there, but, you know, yes, I'd forgotten about being basically downtown. I mean, you know, the
Mhm.
3-block area type of thing.
Maybe we forward the chamber's flyer to all of our bid businesses just to remind them about it, suggest the late hours. Just that communication coming from us.
That's something I get confused with all the time is the timing on the Crayfish Festival. I'm used to festivals being in the morning and
Mhm.
during the middle of the
I
day.
think it's
I-
5 to
And this
10.
one's-
Yeah, 5 to
Well,
8
that's
or
what I'm
something
saying. Do
like
we have a
that.
flyer from the chamber that we? can-
Yes.
I just
they
recently
just
saw
post
one
out
yesterday, I think.
Yesterday.
Mhm.
Actually, Lauren reached out to myself and I think Steve, were you in that email? Asking us if we would financially partner with them to have Cal Euphoria come again to promote crayfish. If that's something that we wanted to do, I did not respond to her because I wanted to speak with you guys to see if that's something that we want to financially partner with them. Because does it truly, I mean, I guess it does benefit our district, but is that something that we want to do again? That being said, Thursday is Lauren's last day. They have hired, I believe, another gal to take over. And I find out tonight when I go to the chamber meeting to find out what their direction is going to be on this whole thing. I feel like since Lauren is leaving and they are kind of like starting again, not really, because I got a really good board in place right now, but if how you folks feel about us leaning in to help them in the next few events. I don't know if it's financially or if it's volunteerism or what direction you want to take. And we don't have to answer that today, but I did want to kind of put that out there. I believe that it's Michelle who was their secretary treasurer who's going to be taking Lauren's place. She accepted the job, but I knew they had to work out a few details and I'll find all that out tonight at the meeting. She's very competent.
Which
and
we
knows
were
what's
all
going
invited
on.
to that meeting because
Yes,
they're
we
gonna
are.
give us
Mhm.
statistics.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
Fresno County.
Fresno County will be
Okay.
there. Yeah. So put that in your hats to think about how you guys want to start partnering with them. Because we were really starting to build a really good relationship with Lauren.
Mhm.
And she's a huge proponent of the bid. She was. Every ribbon cutting that I went to, she spoke of the bid, asked me to speak for the bid, even though that was a chamber and is a chamber event. So I don't know exactly where that relationship is going to go now, but I foresee it going in the same direction. Also too, in coming to step away from crayfish for just a half a second, there is an individual group that is putting together an event October 15th, 17th, that will be Porch Fest. And they're gonna have bands down the streets and they were wanting to push folks downtown. They reached out to me the other day. They want to push folks downtown after the band stop playing on the porches. And I don't know if we want to stay open later that night, if we run the trolley from those neighborhoods. Can we run the trolley from those neighborhoods to the district?
Yeah.
Your
as long as
neighborhood?
It's in,
Okay. And then
And-
restaurants be open, or if we have some bands downtown continuing, if maybe some of our restaurants have music to continue on with that thing. They just stopped me at a different function and dumped a whole bunch of information on me. And I went, oh, okay, hang
I
on.
saw a flyer.
Yeah, so they've already come downtown to several of us that have appropriate establishments for more music and whatnot, and have asked us to, if we'd like to participate, which we are obviously at the wine room. And so for many of us to have more music so that the day can continue into the evening.
Okay.
The next agenda.
Yes. Yeah. And I will reach out to Kathleen and see if she can provide some more information for us on how we could partner. If that's, I think it would be great. It'd be one more thing that we'd be involved in. So crayfish, when I go to the meeting tonight, if they talk about crayfish, do you guys want us, like me to extend if you guys aren't there, do you want me to extend a hand saying, what can we do I mean, I always do anyway. But-
I would say that we want to extend a hand to help. I don't want to be on a full-time committee, but how can we help? Give us ways we can help and we'll pick and choose and help you out type of thing. I also think that financially, they're using this as a promotion of Kingsburg and also as a fundraiser for themselves. So unless it would be like something like the trolley, I don't think the advertising you know, us contributing. I understand it's only $250. Our part would be only $250, I believe, which isn't a lot of money. And I think that media guy does get some attention. He does, you know, a lot of people follow him. So I have mixed emotions on that particular thing.
What do you think, Amanda? You kind of there too?
Yes, I'm big on deliverables, so when we are paying someone, I want to see exactly what we're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, I feel like we have an open deliverables from the Swedish Festival. We voted for them to help fund for them to come, and we haven't seen anything after that vote. The last bit of media coverage they did about the Swedish Festival was actually prior to the event,
Mm-hmm.
so we haven't seen anything so far, which I didn't understand. There wasn't any coverage during the event and there wasn't anything post-event.
Mhm.
So I personally wouldn't feel comfortable hiring them to come to another event until that one is wrapped up. So I didn't quite understand. I wasn't privy to what the expectations were, but I thought maybe we would see something during the Swedish Festival or after, and we haven't.
Yeah.
So I thought Quinn said it was gonna be use of sort of past
Mhm.
photos and whatnot, that it wasn't going to be contemporary to the 2026
Correct.
Swedish
Correct.
Festival.
That's why it was only $500.
Yeah, and so.
So they
but-
didn't come.
So they didn't come.
Okay.
But to your point, you know, to your point, I guess I don't remember seeing a lot about it either, so.
So we
Yeah,
paid,
and
we,
the-
we voted for it after they had already made those posts. So that's where my confusion lies, because
Okay.
when we came in here and voted, yes, we want to help pay for it, they had already done that promotion.
Mm.
So using past media. So I guess I was assuming or hoping that if we were paying for something, it hadn't already happened.
And
The-
here's another thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Another thing too is, so you go fishing and you see fishermen, they don't just have one rod in the water. They have multiple. So I'm like, maybe we need to like find out who else is trending in social media world.
Yes, someone local
That
even
would
would
be
be
a
great.
more local, like Quint is great. He
Mhm.
knows our heartbeat, what's going on here. But if there's someone else in a younger demographic or
Just
an
an
older
additional
demographic,
person.
somebody
Mhm.
else that would be willing to do that and not go back to someone who is so far removed from us.
Mhm.
Oh, there are some really interesting people that actually are local that I follow on Instagram
Mhm.
Mhm.
and TikTok that do some really cool things around Fresno and the surrounding area with businesses, with restaurants,
Uh-huh.
and so on. And their prices are actually pretty reasonable. So
Yeah.
I like the idea of having a variety of connections.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that would be like if we did some research and if we found a few other folks.
Plus, we do invest in Quinn every month. So
Yeah.
it's not like this is a budget we haven't already expended. You know, we do spend the majority of the
Mhm.
bid.
and
is
I was
spent
super
on
happy. I
marketing.
saw Quinn went to one of the insurance companies this last time. So
Yeah.
I think our non-retail folks highlighting them, that's been one of my little things, and I'm super happy to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've had a couple
Okay.
more offices ask me, but how do we get in on that? And I'm like,
That's
this
so
is
good.
how you do it.
That's
That's
nice.
Text that number right there.
yeah,
That's
so
good.
So,
On the last money we spent for Swedish Festival, I was clearly understood that it was for promotion of the festival and not, you know, a reporting of the festival type of
Gotcha.
thing.
Okay. So so we voted for it after they already did it. We paid for something
we
that had
helped-
already happened.
We helped pay for it, which very seldom do you get to see your product and pay for it.
This
You
is
know,
true.
so-
Okay. So it wasn't included in the past stuff.
no.
Gotcha.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay, so just to round up, I'm gonna offer a hand if you guys aren't
Mm-hmm.
there with us this evening to see what they need in crayfish. I'm not really sure who the chairman of that event is. Is that in-house? I'll ask Susie tonight. And then go forward on that. And then let's seek out maybe a couple other entities for social media engagements And Porch Fest, I will ask Miss Kathleen to come forward and give us a little more information. To see if we want to help push Porch Fest downtown. I don't know. Downtown after party or something. I don't know.
I don't think we can be a sponsor of her Porch Fest
No.
because it's going to be held outside the BID district, but I think we can, work with her because if she wants to encourage people to come downtown,
Mhm.
then yes, we want to work with her all we can type of thing.
And I don't know if you guys have been to any of her classes for economic development. I've gone to a couple with it's an extension of Fresno City.
Fresno Pacific.
Fresno Pacific, very informative. They are going to come and give us a presentation down the way. I'm gonna send this, I'm gonna send these to you so that you can distribute them. It's Fresno City Community Transformation. It's they will teach business, they'll come in and they'll teach businesses on marketing and branding, sales through service. And they're gonna do more online so that our business folks don't have to leave their businesses. I've gone to a couple of them in the evenings and we've done like workshopping. She's had a pretty good turnout. She's had school district there. She's had businesses there. She's had, I think, were you chamber, or they had some council members there. The lady that runs it. She's lovely, very upbeat, tons of information. And so I'm going to forward these on to you guys. And then I believe that they are going to come and do a presentation as well to kind of give just some more tools for our district.
Okay, we've gotten off a crayfish.
Yes, we have.
Can we put that as a future agenda item?
Yeah.
I have something else I'd like to put as a future agenda item if we're in that part of the. I'd like a report on these Swedish phone booths. I would like, Cindy to maybe be in attendance and, and tell us where she's at and where, because it's not our project. It's their project. I don't know if they, as part of the chamber or as individuals, she and Greg and all that, but we said we would financially support it, and where we at,
Did you email me that information or text me that information? Did you emailed it to me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I reached out and this is the information that I received. This is what she got from the fabricators. Sorry, I was out of town Thursday and Friday last week. We have started on the design. I have a CAD model on it done already. That's the first step for us in the fabrication process. Would you send me Greg's number so that we can continue to move forward on, I need some direction on how the top is going to attach and work. Once all of the other details are figured out, we can begin the actual fabrication. That was from S&S Fabrication. So I reached out to Abigail. She reached out to those folks, to Greg and Cindy, and I had reached out to S&S, and then she reached out to S&S, and that's what I got. So it is actually off of the CAD, and Greg needs to sit with Denver to figure out where all the accessories are going, so they can
Okay,
begin actual
so-
fabrication.
So I'll repeat, can we have it on next month's agenda and instead of, and actually have them
Present an
here
update.
to give us an update, not,
Yes.
Yeah. So that they need to stay involved in this. They don't need to, and maybe this is just another prod.
Okay.
Another agenda item
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to add is holiday kickoff. Is the bid going to be the, the
Host.
host of the holiday kickoff? Is it going to be the first Saturday in November, which is the 7th of November. You know, and are we going to start now asking everybody to participate? Even non-merchants such as myself to, you know, have things decorated, have things, you know, be prepared for that day.
Sounds like a good agenda item, yeah.
Huh?
That's a good thing to put on the agenda 3 months
Yeah.
out. That sounds good.
Mhm.
And then the next thing, the last thing I have to put on the agenda is, I think, and it needs to be an agenda item, I think we need to seriously think about our website. I don't know how much we pay for the website, but I think whatever it is, if it's over $2 a month, we're not getting our money's worth out of it. We're not, it's just, and because we're part of the city, a lot of our stuff is on the city website. You know, you can go to the
Mhm.
city web. A lot of our stuff is on the chamber, you know, and they're getting better about having a calendar and all that. I think if I came into this town and I was looking for a real estate office, I wouldn't go to the bid. I'd go to maybe the city
Yeah.
and I'd go to the chamber websites and look and see, but I don't think I would go to the bid, you know.
A long time ago, I remember looking on the city website and there is a component for business directory. And I have not looked at that in so long, but I know it would encompass the whole city, not just downtown. But what if there
Right.
was a button that you hit downtown and you could filter the businesses and then you're not having 2 websites? But you had to be a member of the chamber to be included in that, so that wouldn't replace us, but I like the idea that it would be, we lack a thorough directory because our business list is always evolving. Yeah,
But I just think ours is a waste of money. I don't know what we spend on it a year, but I think we could, you know, we could look at utilizing that money in a much
different way.
better.
That was another conversation that Lauren was having with us to like pool our resources and streamline that between the two of us, the two entities. I told her that we, you know, that's something that we would have to bring before us, like a full, complete plan, you know, or ask us to come up with a full and complete plan, not just chat about it. So I don't know with their new leadership where that's going to be at, but it is possibly a direction to a share of cost. They pay a fraction of what we pay. I can tell you that much. I think they pay a fraction of what we pay for their web services. So I am all for putting that on the next agenda. If we can come up with some strategies or plans or ways to go and streamline that use of that money and get our names out there seemingly a better way. Because do any of us use that webpage? I don't.
I don't think it's made for us to use it. I think it's for people who are coming downtown.
Yeah,
That's
but
like the
have
target item.
you gone on it and even reviewed it
No.
recently?
Yeah,
see,
I don't even know
no.
exactly
But I
how to get
also
on
have
there.
not visited the chamber when I was saying that.
Yeah, I don't even know
I
how-
like the idea of what you're saying,
Yeah.
streamline it and make this
Mhm.
a
And also too,
centralized
if there was a way to
location.
keep our money a little bit closer to home too.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that's what we promised to do, to stay within vendors within our district, and we are not currently doing that. That the
Due to the
caveat being said,
pricing.
yeah, due to the caveat, and that is that when folks came to us with their prices, we could not.
take the most expensive one,
Right.
just because they were in town, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's always good to reevaluate things years
Yeah.
later, so I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that's good.
All right. Well, you're our webpage guru.
No, I'm the helper
I'm
for
trying to
sure.
get you out of a job.
I'm fine with you.
So, all right. So a future agenda items is phone booth, holiday kickoff, website.
Print, the expense account
Mhm.
with it and the revenue. This fiscal year ended June 30th.
Yes.
Oh.
The city has like a 3-month period, so if this phone booth is done within that period, then we could charge it to the last fiscal year where you guys approved it.
That's what I was gonna ask you about
So
too.
maybe we need
So-
like a financial review
Yeah.
on the
And I mean,
agenda.
the audit's not over until next year, but I could at least pull the numbers as of right before the August.
Yeah, I was
That'd be
gonna ask
great.
you if we're gonna have to vote again, if it's not completed in a certain amount of time to allocate that money within fiscal year and this fiscal year.
I don't think you guys.
doesn't have, like, a
designated the fiscal
deadline?
year when you did it, but
Mhm.
you guys, your intent was to have it in this past fiscal.
Yes.
Your account rolls over, you don't
Uh-huh.
lose the money that you don't
No.
spend, but, so,
But I didn't know if you,
But it
if like,
can
if you
come
have
out-
projects, you have to like do it within that amount of time or at least note it somewhere that,
yeah. The city's micro grant that they got
mm-hmm,
does not roll over. I mean, the
Yeah.
amount does it, not that they're not gonna get the money, but hopefully it gets done in the next 3 months so that it could just be in the last fiscal year.
can we, if it gets, worst case scenario, if it gets close, can we write them a check for a deposit?
To reimbursement grant,
Oh,
well, your guys might not, we need an invoice. You can't, I know what you're saying, but the city can't pay without.
But if it's done
invoice.
within the next, didn't I hear you, within the next 3 months, it can be put on
Mhm.
to our,
Current.
Yeah.
Fiscal year.
huh?
It would be on this current fiscal
Right.
year, and your guys' funds roll over, if you
Okay,
don't spend it, you lose it.
Yeah.
Doesn't,
I was just
But-
worst
but
case
is it
scenario.
Is it unfair to say we need this done within 3 months? I mean,
No.
that's, I mean,
No,
it's,
it's-
no offense,
No.
but
We'll
it's
give
a
an
phone
ideal
booth.
timeline because of
Yeah.
the funding,
well, and I think they want it in before the
holiday kickoff.
holiday events in town.
the sooner the better.
Were there, I mean, we haven't discussed this, I can call Daniel and ask if there were any trees that were damaged beyond another use when they took them down.
We must be talking about Christmas. trees.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
I'm
I
like,
don't
what
want
are
to
you
talk about
talking?
it.
I
I
was so
couldn't use-
lost all of a
I
sudden.
couldn't use the
tree
word. I couldn't use the word. I'm sorry.
That's on the agenda for next month.
Is it?
Holiday,
Okay.
holiday coverage.
Okay, because I couldn't use the word, but I'm gonna have a discussion with him about if there were any damaged items. Okay.
General
Okay.
holiday discussion.
Blah, blah, blah. So, all right. All right, kids. Anything else for the good of today?
What time's the
Oh.
meeting tonight?
5.
5.
Tell your friends and family, we need 2 board members. Because unfortunately, Miss Michelle can no longer be on our board because she happily got to move her business to a lovely spot, but it's just outside the district. Like,
Oh,
I could
glad
chuck a
you're here.
softball that far.
What,
So,
how does that work, Abby? I mean, we're not in our normal time period for, because we have to reapply. Do we wait or do we?
No, it's a 30 days. So when an application, like when someone leaves a board, we have to post for 30 days to give, enough time for anyone that wants to apply to apply. That's already passed, at least for one of the appointments. So whoever applies, it goes to the mayor and then council to approve that time period. So just if I could get someone on the agenda, then they're gonna become a board member. They have to, we're rolling now the bid account. You guys aren't 1 year anymore. We changed it. Where it's 2 years, yeah.
22 years.
it's like grandkid time. 2 days is 6 weeks.
That's feel like
So yeah,
that.
anyone that's in the bid, is a bid member, they could apply and then become a bid board member. Once council approves it.
Because we've already had that opening.
Yes. So we need 2 spots.
Okay.
I had 2 people that said, yeah, and then
I reached out to them too.
Michelle and
Jason.
Oh.
So anyway, that's our big need. Because we're losing a good volunteer girl right there.
We are.
I was just gonna say, we haven't lost her much. She's right here, so
Yeah.
that's great. Thank you for coming.
All right, with that, next board meeting will be August 4th. No, yep, August 4th. 8 a.m.